Right, hello and welcome. So, another day. Guess what? Northern Lights was out last night, unfortunately, up there. Very cloudy, very rainy. However, maybe in a few days, maybe. But, what's this video about? Yeah, so let me just tell you. Now, part of my playlist here on YouTube is Our World Changed, January the 20th of 2025. Now, why did I do that? Why did I make that a part of my playlist? Well, it is because of this. I had a good sense that in 2025 things were going to change. Some of those things that were going to change wouldn't be for the better. No. Sometimes life is harsh. That's true. But I'm going to cover the United States of America. Why? YouTube, well, it's American. I'm also going to cover the UK, which is where we are this morning. Yeah. And I want to look at and tell you a couple of things. Yeah. So let's kick things off. Now, my gut sense, my, if you call it, spidey sense, kicked off. And it kicked off in November. Why? Because there was a big election. And the election was all of the good people of the United States of America. They voted in mass for what they thought was change. Notice I said thought. What they didn't expect was massive, and I do mean massive, changes. What do I mean by massive changes? In all places, America, UK, etc., you have people who want to get to the top, and you have people who can affect change, change they want. Yeah. Now, I've known for donkey's years. Yeah, it's an old term from Newcastle upon Tyne and many other places in the United Kingdom. Donkey's years. It's over 10 years, which is a decade. But let me just ratify something. Yeah. Now, YouTube is American. And I've been on YouTube since August of 2011. It's a very, very, very long time. Would you agree? And what does YouTube do? It shows ordinary life. Nothing else. Just ordinary life. And many people from the largest, which is Mr. Beast, have gained massive following. Other people, British, are the likes of Matt Armstrong and Mark McCann and many, many others to balance the scales. Yeah, but nobody in history can beat likes of Mr. Beast. Yeah, for what he did. Well done. Yeah, but YouTube's American. Yeah. Now in America, the American people, the good people. Yeah, I was on a chat this morning of a video of a guy called Pete. Used to be Transport Secretary in the United States of America. He's talking to a reporter about how change has happened. Certain things have been allowed. Do you know why they've been allowed? Because if it's not allowed, there's a threat. Yeah, seriously. The threat is if you dislike what I'm saying, there's a good chance I'm going to sue you. Yeah? Now, this affects both sides of the Atlantic, which divides the United States of America and poor little United Kingdom, which is tiny in comparison. Now, there's been a lot said. Some of those things that were said actually changed the way the system is run. Now, like I said, when I was on the Pete video in chat, one thing that stood out, like, when you tack a picture, you put the nail to the wall to hang your picture up, like those ones behind me, yeah? But you miss the nail head and you smack your thumb. Similar to that. And it was Donald. Yes, it was him. He's going out to get on a helicopter to take him somewhere. Now, what did he do? He swore. He used profanity on national TV. Did you miss it? And not only that, other things too. He has one of the most bizarre. Now, I was told years and years ago in school, a pie chart, yeah, complex, pie chart. It's a circle. 100%. It's a circle. Yeah. Maximum value of that circle is 100%. Here's the crazy part. I do mean crazy. How can you have a tariff, which is apparently it's a beautiful word, yeah, a tariff, yeah. How can you have a tariff of 120% or higher? How? Please, you take your circle, your pi circle. How can you make that 100% of that circle 120 or more percent? You can't, unless you redesign the circle, which means all of those young kids, yeah, in the United States of America who are learning maths, yeah, the pi circle, 100%, but now to 100% plus, yeah. Do you see what I'm on about here? Because you see, for ages and ages, right, this make America great again. Pretty catchy slogan, yeah. But who's at the heart of it? The American people, yeah? Ordinary American people who are having to do 2 or 3 jobs. Think about how many hours there are in a day. Think about that. It's 24 hours. Or is there? Is there more? I mean, if you can take 100% and make it 125%, is there more? No, it's not crazy, because it's actually been said. It's been said on national television stations in the United States of America. Honestly, do you want to know something totally bonkers? Who has stood forward and challenged? Guess what? Nobody. Why? Because there exists fear. I'm crazy. True. Very true. There are people, like I just said in the comments on the Pete video, yeah, where the United States wants to make money. It needs to make money. But to put your tariffs, which again is apparently it's a beautiful word. Don't know where, like, but this is what the world was told. And here's another a crazy and bonkers thing. Is there a world record? Please? Is there a world record for signing an executive order? Because if there is one man, well, you get the gold gong. Because in all my time walking planet Earth, which is 58 years, never, ever have I seen as many people in the Oval Office, and I've never ever seen as many executive orders. So, the big buzzword, and it is big for the United States of America, here too, artificial intelligence. Yeah. So, here in the United Kingdom, there's a couple of different things. Yeah. You know about them because I mention them, and they have the opportunity going forward to grow, expand. And what I mean by expand is this: Newcastle upon Tyne, Nottingham, in different cities. Yeah, think about that. Jobs in new cities. Hmm? And what's the aim of those jobs? Well, that's pretty simple. All of the businesses in target areas, Newcastle upon Tyne, Nottingham, we come and we speak to you. You tell the people what you want, which is more footfall coming through your door, your gates, coming into your business. So that's what it's about. That's the core. Now, I do know this much, and it's this. I watch the markets. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? You watch the markets. But I watch the markets being overextended, overvalued. And I'm watching it go up, 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 up. Now soon, that up, 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 well, if something's going up at great velocity, what's going to happen? Honestly, what is going to happen? Things go up. There's only one real answer. You come back down. You bounce a ball, you bounce it off the floor, and you catch it. So it goes down, you come back up. And I've seen many fellow YouTubers talking about this. Some I have shared because you out there, you need to think about it. Why? Companies being hugely overvalued. Now, when I created Project 1 and Project 2, they were both mirrors of each other. One was for where I was born and raised and lived almost all my life, and one was for here. Did I stop there? No, I didn't. Because you don't stop. You plough forward. And because you plough forward, new things come along. They're called opportunities. I followed Donald. Yeah, I did. He created, I created. We've both got the same thing. The difference is this. Billions one side, nil pois the other side. But in the middle, they're both the same, side by side. Isn't that crazy? So, think about it. Yeah? Somebody offered the American people $2,000. And when? When? It's November. Are you getting it next week to make your Christmas 2025 better? Or will it be $2,000 off your repayment for your car, for your house, etc.? No one's telling you that one, are they? Why? Why aren't they telling you that? They want you to be happy. $2,000. Get in! Money for out, and your chicks for free. But look at it. It's already telling the world there's all these trillions coming in because of a beautiful word, tariffs. But who's hurting? And what are you going to do about it? That's a question. So yes, the world did change.